Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of my ATM 10 to the Sky series. And you might notice up here is looking a little blank, and that's because in between episodes I went ahead and moved everything down into the basement. Yeah. And I went ahead and I accidentally made, I think it was 24 times threes, and I put it down into sand and it became a big issue. So as you see, I got a lot of that kind of stuff, but I know the redstone is going to be handy, so that's okay. But yeah, we got this little setup going, and then we also moved our lava down here. I think I need to get a couple more of these. Either a way to spread this cobblestone into these guys, or But either way, we got at least one automated lava producing, well, lava. And then we went ahead and moved our obsidian generator over here. It's not taking that because it is now full finally, so that's awesome. And then on the other side of it, we have our cobblestone generator. And then I went ahead and just kind of moved a lot of our crates, chests, barrels, whatever the heck you want to call it. All of our little storage devices down here. And finally over here we have a couple of more double chests with some other stuff. And here's all of our good loot that we built up last episode. Went ahead, condensed some of it, got it all organized. So yeah, we got a bunch of goodies here. And then actually I will grab that redstone. We'll put that up on the wall. And then yeah, I've got a little bit of gold, sorry, that's glass. And then just a bunch of miscellaneous items. I moved this guy over here. And then this is all the raw gold that I got from sieving all of that, because we were using those gold meshes, and anytime you use gold mesh, there's just a slight chance to get free raw gold. Which works out perfectly because we can just go ahead and throw all this right here. Get it smelted up. But anyway, now that I've shown you guys that, for this episode, I want to go ahead and get started with some beginning power generation, because we need some FE, as well as I want to start getting a couple of our auto sieve setups started, and I want to make sure that they have plenty of storage space. We're going to have to get into a little bit of sophisticated storage as well, because we're going to want some. We don't have netherite yet, but we can certainly make some diamond upgrades, especially if we sieve up some more gold, because I'm not sure 135 is going to be enough, because those stack upgrades are very expensive. Oh, my caps lock is on. But yeah, if we go up to these stack upgrades, it's going to be 25 per, and I at least want to have probably 6 of them. So yeah, we're definitely going to need more. But either way, that's not a big deal. That's just going to be sieving up some gravel, and now that we have our auto compacting drawer and our cobblestone, that's not going to be a big deal. And then yeah, we got all this gold. That's perfect. I'm going to go ahead and get some gravel going really quick so we can get some more diamonds. Yeah, 42 is going to be a lot, so we're going to go ahead and do like half of that. Which 24, I think, is what I did last time, because if I remember right, I did it over my sieving setup, so it was like that, and then I had it. Okay, so yeah, I had it go out to here, and then it was 1, 2, 3, 4 as well. So yeah, it was it was an absurd amount of dust, and I probably am not going to do that again. That's for sure. I guess yeah, we can see how much it would have been, right? So 729 times 21 is 18,309 blocks. So that's a little absurd, but we'll go ahead and get to it because we're gonna need all of it. So I was going through and doing that, and I realized going through and walking up to each one of these and clicking it, and then going to the next one, and going to the next one, going to the next one, it is really, really, really annoying. So we're going to go ahead and try and make a storage controller, but for that, we're going to need to have 8 pieces of nether quartz. So for a little bit of a slight gear change, we're going to go ahead and do this real quick. So the easiest way we can do that is, I believe we can also get it from Sieving netherrack. Yes. So, what I want to do is, I know that one of our quest rewards gave us a couple pieces of netherrack. Just have to find it. Ah, there we go. So yeah, 24 pieces of netherrack that was given us from quest rewards. So what I'm going to do now is, we need another block generator. Boom, there's our stone, there's our copper, there's our iron. There's our gold. Now we just need to grab our emeralds and diamonds from the wall. And we can make an emerald and diamond. And because I have extra buckets... Darn it. Okay. So for our netherrack recipe, though, let's go ahead and grab a drawer real quick. Let's go ahead and make a drawer real quick. I don't like how in ATM 10 they... Well, I kind of... I don't know. I'm not sure how I feel about the items always staying in the drawer. Well, here's a good spot. At least good as any. So yeah, we'll put the... We need to put the netherrack underneath it. And then we'll put our diamond block generator, copycat panels. And boom, and boom. We'll grab that center one and put it around the corner there. We can grab our glass and fill this out real quick. Alright, dope. So now, if we put this here, and then, unlike most of them that require lava and water, this one's going to be just 2 buckets of lava. One on this side, one on this side. And there we go. Now we're producing netherrack. And now, what I can... Oh man, this was silly of me. I need a compression drawer. And we'll put this here. Put that guy right there. There's our netherrack, and we can just throw that in there. Boom. And now we have the same, just like our cobblestone, we're getting it compressed. And boom. And what this thing does is, it's literally just a pocket storage device. It's exactly what it says. And it can hold up to 8 different items, up to 255 of them each. After that, it starts to void the excess. But what we can do now is we can go to the next tier. And tier 2. And then tier 3. And so with the tier 3, we can now hold up to 32 different items, and those go up to 65,000. So it just means while I'm sieving, I can pick up all these items really quickly. Oh yeah, let's grab 2 stacks. Boom. 14 times 3 netherite. Netherite. Gosh, I am messing up my words today. Netherrack. But anyway, we'll just go ahead and not do it right here. We'll do it right here. And crush it up. And we'll throw this up here. Uh-oh. And I believe, actually, I could probably... There we go. So, we start sieving all this up. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put most of this into that pocket storage so that when it grabs it, it'll just automatically go in there. There we go. Alright, so I want my pebbles at the bottom, so basalt, blackstone. We'll put the magma cream down here as well. Same with the crimson and warped spores. Put our quartz up here. Same with our gunpowder. Same with our blaze powder and our raw gold. And now we should be able to just pick all the items up without them ever actually touching our inventory. And we can just kind of sit here for a bit and sieve all this up. And there we go. Finally got all that sieved up. And pop this open. We now have 1.24. Oh, that's awesome. So yeah, we got plenty of that. Plenty of these guys. That's a lot of blackstone and a lot of basalt. Okay. But anyway, the other cool thing that we can do with this is, if we have one that's like already designated, right? You can walk up to it and sneak right click, and it, yeah, deposits all of them except for one. Because it wants to keep that, you know, filter basically, right? And then you. Sweet. I love it. Anyway, so with that done, we can go ahead and grab our 8 nether quartz, turn it into our block of quartz, and then grab the rest of our materials that we're going to need, which I believe is going to be 2 drawers, redstone comparators. Go ahead and build ourselves a storage controller. And by itself, it's not going to work, but if we go ahead and just throw it right here for now. Now what we need to go ahead and do is, now that we have our storage controller, we need to make this guy, the linking tool, as well as this configuration tool. But we can go ahead and make our linking tool and our configuration tool. And with these guys, we can do a number of different things, but my favorite thing is, first, with the linking tool, we can go up and sneak right click, and now you'll see this green box. So anything inside this green box, we can link a storage drawer to. And we'll throw that one in there too, why not? But yeah, so now they're all linked to this, to the controller, right? And so what we can do is, really quickly, with the configuration controller too, we're going to go ahead and lock these drawers. Alright, now that all of them are locked, we don't have any weird mishaps. But the other cool thing is you can do this. So show hide amounts. It'll just literally gets rid of the number. You can have this one, fluid renders. So literally just you just hide the block. You can hide the upgrades in them. Or my favorite, indicator modes, which what it does is it adds these red progress bars to the back of each one. And just kind of makes it easier for a visual aspect of, oh, whoa, you're almost full, or, oh, whoa, you are full. And I don't know, I just find that really interesting. And then, yeah. So, yeah, the configuration tool has a lot of interesting uses. Linking tool. But now that it's all linked up, what you can do is, say you have a bunch of, like, weird stuff from your wall, right? Like, I have all this weird stuff, right? So I walk up, I can just click this guy now, and everything will go to its appropriate place. And that is going to save me a lot of time of going along the wall and just, oh, click this one, click this one, click this one. And also, like you just saw a number of times, it's really annoying to go like this, because if you click any of this trim part, you'll open the upgrade area, and I'm just trying to quickly deposit my items. So, problem solved. We can go ahead and finish sieving up all of our gravel. There we go. Now that's all filtered, so anything that comes out... Oh, wait. There we go. Throw that in there, too. But now all of this is filtered, so we'll get all of it thrown in here, so we don't have to worry about throwing and flinging items everywhere, which is always a nice thing. Though I do always like walking through the field of items, because it just, I don't know, something about it makes me feel rich. And anyway, on to the auto sieving for an eternity. And there we go, that was our final run. So, let's see how we did. Oh, wow. Nice. So now if we just go up to this guy, boom, done. Everything's deposited. So what I want to do is we'll grab all of our ore chunks. Wow. This is going to equal out to a lot of goodies. Heck yes. And then, yeah, we got 533 raw gold from all that. Wow. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and deal with this. Get all this stuff all cooked in here and set up into our smusher. And then also, I need to create a couple of more upgrades for our coal flint. And then I'm assuming, oh yeah, our lapis as well. But yeah, with that, after that, I'll be right back and see you guys in a second. Right, and so we had just enough room inside the chest because, of course, we have the one stack right here. But it's getting to work on that, and yeah, we're gonna have plenty of materials, at least in terms of our metals. And then over here we have, I went through a lot of our diamonds because I was making these stack upgrades. Well, sorry, these are just diamond upgrades, not stack upgrades, but same diff. And they're pretty expensive, so. But, however, these things went from being able to hold 2,000 to 49,000, so I think, yeah, definitely an improvement. Oh, and I missed one on my lapis. And now we can go like that. There we go. I want to go ahead and finish up chapter 1 and get ourselves the magnetic generator. As well as, I guess, just make a quick iron furnace, but that's not a big deal, so we can just... Iron's not over there. And boom, there's some iron generators. I don't care about the charcoal, we can throw it away. Yeah, so now we have those. Now we can go ahead and make our magnetic generators. Which I already had up there at the top, but that's whatever. Not a big deal. And so, for our magnetic generators, we're going to need a bunch of redstone, a bunch of glass, a bunch of furnaces. Dope. Okay, so, grab some glass. Need all of the gold that we got. Well, actually, I suppose we... Yeah. And I'm no longer really worried about having to ore hammer everything, because here in a bit we'll be making a bunch of materials and we won't have to worry about anything like that, so... Come on, come on, come on. Hurry it up, please. Hey, there we go. Now we probably have too much gold. Well, there's no such thing, but you know what I mean. And go ahead and grab 8 of these. We can make 64 furnaces. And if you don't know where I'm going with this, you'll know in a second. So what we're going to do is we're going to make 64 of them, if you haven't figured it out, right? Because they can be merged together to create ×8 versions and with a diamond gear, as well as with a netherite gear, we can make ourselves the 64 version. Now, of course, we don't have netherite right now, but that is just a hop, skip, and a jump away. So, what we can... Oh, you idiot! Oh, man. Oh, that was all of our gold. That sucks. A lot. Okay. Ugh, that sucks. Okay, whatever. No worries. Anyway, we're gonna need 1 diamond gear and 1 netherite gear. And for the netherite, it's super easy to get with this. So if we go ahead and throw 22,000 blackstone pebbles on the floor, you know, great idea for my PC. Poor gal. She's gonna have to work. But what I can do now is just do our shift K or shift... mother freaking piece of... I'm struggling here. Alright, so we'll throw all those away. I'll compress them with a 3x3 variant of a crafting table nearby, so it'll actually go to the correct version that we're looking for. And there we go. And now we can go ahead and compress it up. And that gives us 6 Blackstone times 3s. And you can see where I'm going with this. This has just been a sifting episode. Holy moly. And there we go. All that sieved up. I'm going to collect up all our goodies. I'm going to just throw it in the trash. I don't care. But now that we have, we got a little over 3 stacks of ancient debris. I'm going to throw it on the wall. We can go ahead and add it, as well as the black dye, because I have nowhere to put it. And besides, I think I'll end up using this for plenty of projects down the road, let's be honest. And there we go, much better. Now we could go ahead and turn them into the ×8 versions. And then is this smelted up? Perfect. And we don't have any gold. So we'll move this over here. And then remember what I was saying? We're not going to use the ore hammer? I lied. I lied a lot. Well, if a guy wouldn't have just deleted his whole gold supply, you know. I still cannot believe I did that. What an idiot. Actually, wait. I believe this could be used on ancient debris. Yeah, right there. Ha! Well, good to know. Smelt that up. Actually, in the meantime, in the essence of why not, go ahead and make our first set of netherite. Such a weird way to make it. Come on. Now we have a netherite ingot. We can make our netherite gear. We can throw this right here, spread them out, and boom, we have 164 times magmatic generator. And in no way are we producing enough lava to get this to work proficiently, but it'll work nonetheless. And that will solve our power issues, as well as we can make the rest of the netherite ingots. 44, that's nice. And we can go ahead and we'll store them in the metal chest. Nice. Oh, we can also throw our gold in there without being silly. And now we just need a fluid pipe to pull in and out of these guys. What I want to do too is I think what I should do is... Yeah, I know exactly what we're going to do with our first little bit of power. So, for now we can go ahead and make the cheapest fluid pipe we can get. Which is a normal fluid pipe from Fluid Pipes. So we're going to need one of these. I believe it was 6 iron. And 2 buckets. And that'll get us 16 of them, which is really nice. And we're going to need a wrench. Now, what I love about modded Minecraft is, sure, you can make the pipes wrench. But honestly, most of all of the wrenches will do what you need it to. So what I want to do is I'm going to make the configurator from mechanism, just because I end up using it a lot, and it's one of my favorites. I think it said steel and osmium, right? And with that, we can make ourselves the configurator, which will work just the same. And now what I want to do is throw that there. We're going to sneak click there, and it'll pump into our generator. And now we already have 1,000,000 power. That is so awesome. But yeah, as you can see, we clearly can't keep up enough to actually produce enough lava to get this thing running. But, I mean, 1.5 million power that quickly is pretty nice to me. I don't know about you guys. But what we're going to do is quickly go and dip our toes into mechanism real quick. And we'll go ahead and get some actual fluid pipes that I prefer. Because these ones don't have a buffer inventory of fluid, it just pulls directly in and out. So like it's just, there's no, how would you put it? Well, like I said, there's no buffer inventory, so it just pulls directly in and out, and then that's it. But we're going to make these metallurgic infusers. We can go ahead and make 4 of these guys. And for now, I'm just going to throw them right around like that, because they will be powered. And I guess I can just throw... I don't know. Sorry, buddy. You get thrown over here. But what we can do with these guys is a couple of interesting recipes. But first thing I want to do is I want to grab some redstone and some osmium, and I want to throw it into the first one. And you can see that redstone's building up on this left side. And we're going to go ahead and throw our osmium in here. And it'll produce us... Get ready for it. Boom, a basic control circuit. And what I can do with these is I can make really fancy hoppers. Well, and there's so much more, but I find it funny just to call it fancy hoppers. So what I can do is with steel, I put this guy in the middle, and it gives us a logistical transporter. And what these guys do are, in my opinion, pretty cool. So what I can do is go like this, and go like that. And you can see they're all connected, but that's why I made my configurator. And so what you do is you sneak, and you click, and it changes what it does. Now I'm going to have it pull, and go into this guy. And what I can do is I can set it to push as well. And this is of course a tiered system, so as you get it into different versions, they'll go faster and faster. And the one thing that I will say is I did add an extra mod to this pack, which is Mechanism Extras, where it just goes another tier system above. And it's just because I really love Mechanism. Anyway, now that we have our 3 control circuits, we can go ahead and make up the rest of these. We've got those guys, and then the other thing I want to do really quickly is we're going to grab the rest of our copper. It's not very much, but it'll have to do. And we'll go through the experimentally, torturously slow system of turning these guys into the redstone alloy. Because what I can do with the redstone alloy is, if I go ahead and really quickly, I also want to make these guys, which are just some basic power cables. What you can do is with these infused alloys, that's how you go up to the next tier. Which, if you see right here, it can capacity 3.2 thousand FE per tick. Now it instantly goes up to 51.2 thousand FE per tick, which is always a big plus. Let's be honest. But it'll do the same thing for all of them. And then the other cool thing is I can make the fluid pipes using buckets. So if I just go ahead and, I don't know, it's probably not that many, but I don't know, let's do 16. 16 sounds good. And we do that on both sides. Oh, okay, bet. I only need 8. But that'll give us our basic fluid pipes as well. And what we'll do is we'll just go ahead and upgrade all of them with these infused alloys. Oh, don't play games. Oh, and we can go ahead and grab our extra guy here too, right? Ooh, thank goodness those ones had no lava in them. Yeah, then we gotta upgrade those. These guys. Yeah. And then we could go up to diamond tier, but we need a crusher for that? Can I... Oh. So yeah, we'll need an enrichment chamber to get to there. But for now, we're just going to go to the this advanced level, I guess is the way to put it. And these ones will pump a bucket at a time, and they hold 8 buckets per pipe itself, per block, whichever way you want to put it. I guess in the meantime, how bad is an enrichment chamber? Alright, we can make that pretty easily. 2 osmium into this machine. Which I gotta take the output out first, because if I remember right, it will refuse to allow you to throw it in there, basically. There we go, now we have all those set up. Oh man, 23 million FE, I don't want to waste it. But we are going to need to move this one step further up this way, right? And of course, this is just going to be our starter power. I plan on turning to Powa to be our guy for this, because I feel like it's just going to be it's just better, at least compared to the generators galore. But anyway, so now that we have that, we can go ahead and grab this guy. We'll move this back to at least here. And the other thing is, by the way, since we still have our stuff, we'll make 2 more of these steel casings. And then, using that, yeah, we can make our superheating elements. And move these guys. 1, 2. And I think I finally just realized what this guy should be used for. Because we need infinite lava. Well, yeah, we need infinite lava. Which means that we should have... Here we go. Okay, and then if we just swap this out with... throw that there. We can have our generator here. And then we just need a glass pane or... you know what I mean. Oh! Crap. Oh yeah, I have that one slot for room. Wasn't paying attention. I need bigger chest. Oh yeah, we're not even close. Okay. Let's go ahead and get rid of some of this stuff out of our inventory real quick. Oh, that's right. You know what? For now, let's just leave it in there and continue on with our project. That'll leave us a little bit more room inside that chest. So yeah, okay. But anyway, we don't want these guys anymore, because they don't have that internal buffer that we're looking for. However, these guys definitely do. And my favorite part about these is they'll actually show you the inside. So if we just go ahead and go like this, you can see the lava flowing through it, obviously pretty quickly because it's still filling up this guy. But either way, and now what we can do is, if we go over here and grab ourselves a piece of glass, and oh, we had glass in our inventory, but we did not have. Huh, we must have used them all up. That's okay. Grab ourselves some more copycat panels. And now that I'm thinking about this, I don't even think we'll need to worry about that. So if we go ahead and break this. Oh no, cobblestone everywhere. Yep, we'll just throw that right back in there. What we can do is instead, because what I'm gonna have do is we're gonna just, oh, it can't be pulled out like that. Okay, cool. Hey, these are things we need to know. So if we go ahead and just move this cobblestone drawer, back one, like that. Then we'll have our lava, well, or water, doesn't really matter here. But we'll be pulling from there. Gimme. I don't need to worry about that. I don't need to worry about that. But we will be pulling from that. And then also, right here, and... Come on. I don't know why it's being so mean to me. Like that. We'll also need them. Don't worry about these guys. And that will continue to basically give us free lava. And then, if we go ahead and break one of these because I need a bucket of lava. There we go. Now we can put that back. And we set that to pull. So now, if we go ahead and right there, I guess? Sure. And we'll cover it up, so whatever. And then, if we put our water on this side, which... It's right there. There we go. Now we're auto-producing the cobblestone, and theoretically we should always have lava being produced. But the other thing is as you can see, it's kind of pulling at a weird rate. So what I'll do is also on this side, I'll have it go over here and connect to this one. And what I can do now is, if we pull from this one too, we can click here and separate them. And now one side is responsible for this side, and one side is responsible for this side. Because they're just not fast enough yet to hold up on their own to continue always having cobblestone in here. So if we do it this way, theoretically, because as you can see, like even now, it's still not keeping up. Because like if I do it right, it'll pile up to the top. So theoretically, we just need to get these guys faster. But for now, that'll work out fine because it'll give us plenty of power to work with. And now what I can do is create a very cramped area is what I can do. Jeez, bro. That's okay. So now that I'm looking at this, I know I just wasted that much power, but if I go here instead, I like that much better because now I can pull from here and we can put our cables right here and we can have our wall of machines. At least our temporary wall machines, but you know what I mean. So yeah, we'll throw a metallurgic fuser here. Give me all these ones, please. Oh no. He's an idiot, guys. And we'll throw that right there. And sweet. Okay, so fuser. Enrichment chamber. Okay, so if we go ahead and throw the redstone dust in the enrichment chamber, though, it'll create us enriched redstone, which means that our redstone will go much further. So if you see, like if I put one dust in this, right? So we were at 240, right? We'll put it in 250. Only 10 millibuckets, which, if I remember right, it's 10 millibuckets per each one, so like one redstone per. But if you put it in the infuser first, you get this enriched redstone. Take it again, right? 250. Put it in. Boom, 330. So we've just increased the potential of each redstone by, I don't want to do the math right now, but by a lot. It's just better to do it this way, period. But anyway, so now that we got our basic power going on and a little bit of mechanism, I'm going to throw a stack of copper in there, and oh, we're not a sprint. We can throw our copper in here and grind up some oh, it's full. Of course it's full. Oh, and I did throw some stack upgrades in these guys, so yeah, now this can hold up to 7.7 million, basically. And that's of the times 2. But down here it can hold, yeah, 573 million cobblestone. And then for this one, upgraded it to 49,000 obsidian. And then this one's the same, that 573 million or 7.1 million there. Because why not? Why not? But, yeah. Now that we have basic power, we got lava production going, I'm pretty happy. I think this is a good point to go ahead and stop the episode, and I hope you guys have an amazing rest of your day. Yeah, have a good one.